All right. Frack to school, everybody. We are here again. It is the little corner of the internet that we like to call Frack the Consoles. That show about consoles and the people who frack with them. Got two such frackers again here with me. Got Mr. Ken. What's up, buddy?
Hey, you if you got to frack a console, you got to frack a console.
Buddy, you got to. Tyler Weeks, what is up, man?
How you doing, man? Happy to be fracking with y'all.
No, man, I'm happy that you guys are fracking with me too. Tyler, weird question.
Yeah.
What's your favorite video game track? Like song wise?
The Halo one, of course.
Really? That actually sounds familiar. Did I ask you that before?
No, but I swear to God, I used to go to school in LA, and when I would drive down to LA, I'd always drive down in the middle of the night. On my CD, I would have the Halo soundtrack, crank it all the way up, and I would be driving up the Grapevine, just like, yeah, let's go.
That's pretty awesome.
There's very few soundtracks I've ever bought, and that's one of them because it's so good.
That's awesome. I do like Halo music. I haven't bought the soundtrack. I do like that. My old roommate, Weston, Renee knows him, used to play that song all the time. He was a huge Halo fan.
Tyler, quick question. Do you know the guitarist who did Halo 2? I'm blanking. That intro, I would bet money it's Eddie Vedder, but
I'll research while you ask.
Yeah, I know it's somebody famous. It might even, I don't know. I'm talking nonsense now, but but it's so good that when it hits, like I have friends will lock eyes from across the room and just be like,
"It's Steve Vai."
That's who it is. Fantastic guitarist. Because I've seen video of him like practice it out and like live play it, and they were like, "Just do that." Like he was like, "What do you mean? I just created that." And they're like, "Yes, just do that."
Nice.
Kenny, same question, man. What is your favorite video game track?
Ocarina of Time, the Song of Storms. That those notes come together, it sends shivers down your spine. Like, and funny enough, that's not even like a top 10 game for me. I not to offend anybody, but that, oh my God, I hear it and I immediately just think like, oh, what a great soundtrack.
The music from that game is like objectively phenomenal. All right. Like,
yeah.
Even if you don't like the game, it's like objectively phenomenal. And it's funny to you say like bring chills. There are several tracks from that game that send chills down my spine when I hear them. Like the opening theme. Like if I hadn't heard that in a long time. Like the main, like before you hit start, you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. Like I love the Lost Woods song.
Oh, now you're gonna make a question because Lost Woods is fantastic too.
And then
like,
I've always
songs like I'll go to the gym or like I'll just run to just because they're fun, upbeat, like enjoyable and like memorable songs.
Nice, yeah. And I got a soft spot for the Water Temple song. I'm blanking on the name. Serenade of Water. All right. And my favorite track it's actually the opening theme to Mega Man 3. It's such a cool, like it sounds so freaking cool. And it gets me so hyped every time I hear it. I like a lot of classic Capcom music, like a lot of classic Capcom tracks. I think are like really like awesome. That Street Fighter songs, all kinds of stuff like that. All right. So let's get to the main topic today. So there are 3 well-known, probably awesome, first-person shooters coming out within the next month or so. They're all popular. People know about all of them. They all have loads of fans. And people are excited about all 3 of these things. So we're going to talk about what would be King FPS this winter season. Let's start talking about Call of Duty Vanguard. Tyler Weiss, we ain't talked in a while. Tell us something about Call of Duty Vanguard.
Single player trailer came out and it looks really immersive and amazing. But Call of Duty always goes all out for their campaigns. Then the multiplayer trailer came out and then it's like back to the stupid arcade stuff. And it's something Call of Duty does every year. They try and make themselves more like Battlefield, where the new thing they're introducing that they think is going to completely change the game is they've created more destructible environments where you can shoot through walls and stuff and like go through walls to get to other areas of the map. And I'm way more excited for Vanguard than I was for the last one that came out, Black Ops. Cold War. Because Cold War was hot garbage, and it was
trash.
Yeah,
and a rush too.
Yeah, it was unfortunately suffered from the virus that affected the whole world, and they should not have even released, but they did, and but somehow it sold like among the most Call of Duties they ever sold, probably because it was in the middle of the shutdown.
Warzone is why it sold as much as it needed to, or as much as it did.
That's a good point.
Because, and this is why I think Vanguard's still going to find success, even if they put it out, in my opinion, on not polished or finished. I'm with Tyler. I agree that the single player looks great. I'm huge for that. I'm not going to spend $60 because I know that the single player is going to be 10 to 15 hours at most, if not even less than 10 hours. But the multiplayer and like being competitive in Warzone is why you're going to have to buy this game. I play Warzone. I haven't had fun playing Warzone since maybe season 4. Which was like right before Black Ops, because when Black Ops introduced, it broke the current meta. When Vanguard gets released, it's gonna continue to break the current meta. The guns are just gonna come out. And I'm not making this up. This is like trackable. Like when new guns are introduced to the game, they're not balanced. They break what is the current meta. They eventually get sort of or semi-balanced depending on what the community asks, and then they just move forward from there until they introduce the next new gun, which is broken. So if you're competitive in Warzone, you're gonna buy Vanguard. Anything else from that, it hasn't sold my wallet. So
all right, let me ask this 1 to 10, Kenny, excitement level for Vanguard.
Solid 4.
Solid 4. Tyler, same question.
7.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is the end of that discussion. Let's step over now into Battlefield 2042. All right. Ken, take the lead on Battlefield 2042.
I mean, you should go with Tyler. He's way more excited for this one as well.
No,
but
that's cool.
I will say I've watched both trailers. I'm sure there's more than that, but of the big two, I've watched them. I'm excited for them. I've never personally been a Battlefield fan. The last Battlefield that I really sunk time into was Battlefield 3, which was great. Being primarily a console player growing up to adulthood, Battlefield has always felt more placated to PC players, which is fine and understandable. And I'm sure somebody could argue with me that so is Call of Duty, but I've always felt playing Battlefield, I'm like, this would probably play better on PC. I don't want to play it on console. I'm not having as much fun as I could, and I've always had a problem with being sniped in the head out of nowhere. Somebody's chilling on a playground 500 yards away and I'm getting my head taken off. Has been my entire experience of Battlefield, and I'm sure that's going to be the same with this Battlefield too. So it doesn't have my money, but I'm excited for the people who are excited for it, because like it looks great, and I know I'm going to see some like crazy videos and stunts or TikToks of somebody jumping out of a jet and parachuting down and sniping 3 or 4 people out of their jets and then landing back in. I'm gonna be like, man, I wish I had those skills. I probably won't, but it was cool. It's cool to see somebody else do it. So if you're excited for it, I'm excited for you. Like, have fun with that game.
Yeah, same question to me then. I'm even less excited after seeing the beta. Just like what's happened the past 3 beta sessions with Battlefield, it seems like the game isn't as polished as people thought it would be. It's not necessarily as buggy as previous launches were in the past, or beta times were in the past, but there are some balance issues in the game that need to be addressed. Kenny mentioned sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are way too good throughout the beta. If you go online and look at the betas, they're just one-shotting people from across the map, and that's a problem. One thing that does need to be addressed, I think, with Battlefield that I'm not happy with is they removed the class system and replaced it with like a specialist system. And I prefer the class system in games. I don't like games where everyone has access to all the same weapons always. I prefer the team building aspect of classes like Team Fortress. I think is one of the best shooters of all time because not everyone has all the same guns, and you need all of those teammates in order to win. So I'm hoping that they scale back the specialist system and somehow make the class system be a more part of the game moving forward.
Right on, right on.
So just quick to that, Tyler. It's funny you mentioned that feels like Call of Duty's trying to go more Battlefield with like destroyable,
Yes.
but the specialist system feels like Battlefield's trying to go more Call of Duty, being able
Absolutely.
to, and so those, because both those games have their very passionate fan bases.
Yes.
So it feels like it's interesting that they're trying to find that weird middle ground between them. Yeah,
Yes.
Bridget.
Yeah, every year one tries to be more like the other, and every year it gets more and more ridiculous in their attempts to bridge fan bases.
Now, Tyler, follow-up question. Did you get a chance to get on the beta at all?
I didn't. Unfortunately, my schedule isn't quite as open as I'd like it to be for things like that. But I did watch a lot of the footage, and yeah, all those things do need to be addressed, I think.
I got a chance to hop on the beta for all of maybe like 10 minutes, and then I was never able to get on again. And I felt I had the same issue. I was getting sniped from 500 yards away, and I was. These are like these are things that it is kind of crazy.
Sorry, I just wanted to agree with you. I played it for like 15 minutes and kept getting sniped, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out here.
But the thing is like these are the things that kind of draw me to this type of game, though. It is like disheartening to get killed over and over again, but like the massive playground and craziness of this, like in Halo, I like big team battle. You know what I mean? I like hopping in or Battlefront. You know what I mean? Like the big I forgot what they call the big war mode or whatever. But just this idea of this frenetic craziness, just being able to just be in this, like to me is awesome. It's less cool than like a battle royale where it's like, oh man, once I die, like I gotta freaking load all the way back into the thing, and then you're get into the thing, and it's like 15 minutes like worth of downtime per death. But this, it's like I just hit A a couple times, I'm back in the fray and just kind of have fun. All right, so quick hype level, Tyler, 1 to 10 for Battlefield 2042.
It was a 9 for me. Now it's an 8.
Okay, Kenny.
Give it a 6. Curious. I probably won't play it, but I'm curious to see the content that comes out of it.
Right on. All right. So finally, there is Halo Infinite is coming out on December 8th. It's the latest of the 3 that we're talking about tonight. And it is the latest in the Halo franchise. They delayed it. It was supposed to come out earlier this year, right? Was it originally supposed to come out last year? I can't remember. But I know.
I mean, they've been talking about it for the last, I want to say, year and a half, if not even 2 years, in the sense of it's supposed to be out like soon. Because one of the purchasing reasons for buying Halo Infinite is you got all of the Halo re-releases up to Infinite as they released them, was my understanding. So like Halo 1 is now updated on the current Xbox gen or PC, Halo 2, Halo 3, so on. So Infinite was the hype trailer with the announcement of the new Xbox system. So this is what we've wanted for a while.
And it looks pretty cool as far as Halo games go. Have you guys been following the videos or the ad campaign closely?
Yes, I'm excited for just it's like Halo finally feeling like Halo is something new again. The new engine and everything looks really cool with it.
How do you feel about like the open world kind of aspect of the maps and stuff?
Yeah, I'm really excited about time. I always felt like when Halo first came out, they're trying to go for that. It's just the system in like the original Xbox, the systems weren't
I
able to do that.
100% agree with Tyler on that statement. Like you play the second level of Halo 1, feels very open world, even to the extent that you can choose the pathways you're going initially. It feels like they've always wanted to get here, and here they are, like being able to do it.
And I know you guys are big Halo fan. I enjoy Halo a lot, but I wouldn't call myself a big Halo fan. I will be playing Halo Infinite later this year. But what are some of your favorite aspects about the Halo game, about playing Halo? What are some of the things that draw you to the series?
Me wise, I feel like Halo, all the guns are very unique, and they're really good at balancing the game. I mean, there have been a couple games where like one of them, the sniper rifles were like way too good, but it feels like I don't know if you guys ever played Quake, but like that was like game changing when it first came out because of how exciting and fast paced the shooting was and the low gravity stuff. Halo did the same thing, and I feel like they're doing it again with this.
To this day, I'd still make the argument that Halo Reach has the most balanced multiplayer I've ever played in my entire life, as far as how strong the guns are, what the damage is done, and that's something I've always been drawn to. So to just piggyback off Tyler's compliment, like the multiplayer in the Halo games have always felt balanced. I mean, the pistol was broken in Halo 1, that's fine. The Kneeler was broken in Halo 2, that's fine. But like you can find and work around counters with that. Where there's like some games, like I mentioned earlier with Call of Duty, where like when they introduce a new gun, it's just you can't outpace it. There's nothing that balances with it. Halo, they don't really introduce new guns like Call of Duty does. The game is the game. And so like you find what works for your play style. If you're a dual wield person, you're a dual wield person. If you're a battle rifle person, you're a battle rifle person. Like you find your gameplay and you kind of stick with it, and you're able to have fun with it. There's no other competitive multiplayer like system I've felt similar to that. So Halo will always be above for me on that one.
Okay, so hype level for Halo. Tyler, where are you at 1 through 10?
Maybe an 8. I was lower before, but the reports I've been seeing is Halo might be the one that a lot of people are flocking to this year because of the other ones canceling each other out. So I'm gonna be an 8.
All right, Kenny.
I right now I'm at an 8 with potential to go higher. Like it looks so good that I'm willing to like jump into the next Xbox console to be able to play it.
Interesting. That's a pretty crazy statement to say. Okay, so here's a follow-up question, and Tyler, as we're moving on, whenever you gotta bounce, don't worry about it. But follow-up question: how do you guys feel about what is your opinion? I'll start with you, Tyler. On what do you think is going to be the leader this year, the FPS king? I'll start with critically.
Critically, I think Halo, and then your follow-up will be.
I guess. Well, say that again.
Would it be player-based amount of people playing?
Yeah.
Sadly, with Warzone and it being free, and they just constantly funneling people to their game purchases, I think it's still going to be Call of Duty, and I hate that. Just to speak on that for a second, to close it out for me, I love Call of Duty. I played Call of Duty way back in 2003, and have played every Call of Duty since. but not because of the online play, because of the campaigns. And I feel like every year less and less focus is put on the campaigns and more on the multiplayer. So what I really hope happens, I don't think it's going to happen, but I hope Halo reclaims its throne that was taken from it, way back in the early 2000s as king of FPS. And I hope it puts Battlefield and Call of Duty in check to get them away from the pay-to-play models, because that's another thing I want to shout out as a big respect to Halo is they don't really do much of the pay-to-play stuff, and I really appreciate that. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm gonna split here, but great episode, guys.
For sure. Thanks for joining us.
Later, Tyler. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
All right, so we'll continue with that critically. Yeah, Kenny, what do you think on that? Like, critically, gonna be the king.
I'm 100% with Tyler and everything he said. I mean, he's right. Like, Modern Warfare 2 kind of took the crown away from Halo for that FPS or multiplayer, and hasn't looked back. But now they're in kind of not directly a pay to win model, but what at times feels like a pay to win model, because if you're able to buy the new gun, like, you can outpace like what the current meta is. Halo has always felt balanced, has always felt fun, has always felt more actual skill based. So I want Halo Infinite to do well. I haven't played a Halo game since Halo 4, and it's mostly because I felt like they were trying to move more Call of Duty to get their fan base back, or to capture a new fan base. And so I wasn't sold on that. But watching Halo Infinite and seeing Halo Infinite, I feel like it's more of a return to form and what it knows it's good at. And so I hope that they take their crown. Player base wise, it's gonna maintain Warzone. Vanguard's gonna sell stupid numbers because Twitch streamers are playing Warzone, and that's what their fans want to see. That's what their fans are curious about being good at in the current generation. To knock Warzone off, it's gonna need to take a better version of Warzone. So, before it was Fortnite, but even before that, it was DayZ. Like, these battle royale games have always come out, and the next one that's better than the previous one is the one that takes the crown. Do I want Halo to have a battle royale? Absolutely not. Would I be shocked if they do? Not at all. So we'll see where we go from here. Even Battlefield, if Battlefield does a Warzone or a battle royale type mode, I wouldn't be shocked either. But I haven't been this excited for a Halo game since Halo Reach, and even since Halo Reach. So I want this to do well.
Right on. Yeah. And I think it's interesting. We've in talking about what we think is going to be king. No one has mentioned Battlefield. And I think it's because, like, well, there are free to play aspects of both of these. Halo Infinite is on Game Pass. That's why I know I'm going to be playing it, because it's on Game Pass. I don't have to spend extra money to play this game. And Halo is fun, Battlefield, I feel like I'm going to buy Battlefield. But I'm going to buy Battlefield because I don't have to spend money on Halo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably not going to get Call of Duty. It's been a while since I played a Call of Duty game. But I'm probably not going to get it, but I understand the hype behind it. I know why people play these games. They're popular. They're like the Fast and Furious of the video game world. You know what I mean?
That is the best analogy I've ever heard for it.
But yeah,
just throw some popcorn in your mouth, watch Vin Diesel do Vin Diesel things.
Exactly. And the thing is that I don't mean that to say that as in I feel like there's anything wrong with it.
No,
it's popular, it sells, and that's what they need these games to do. And people play them, and if you're playing them, if you're having fun playing it, that's the point of it anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah,
anybody's game can be their favorite game, even if it's not critically successful, which is why we're all gamers, and we all have our unique favorite games. So
yeah. All right, so that's Frack the Consular's word on the FPS king of
Our
Winter.
small corner of the universe.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna get on out of here. Thanks for giving us your time. Thanks for checking us out. Like the video if you like this crap, and see you fracking later, I guess.
Fracking power down.